Psych nurses, what's the creepiest patient you've ever had? I've worked in psychiatric care for years, but there's one patient who still keeps me awake at night, and the things he said, the way he acted, I'll never forget it. I was assigned to the night shift at a psychiatric hospital, the kind where the hallways always feel a little too quiet, and you hear doors echo shut long after you've locked them. Most of my patients were predictable. Some wandered, some talked to themselves, some had their good and bad nights. But there was one man, I'll call him Daniel. He was in his early 40s, admitted after multiple violent outbursts in public. His file said schizophrenia with delusions, but the way he acted didn't quite match the usual cases. On this particular night, I noticed something strange on the monitors. While most patients moved around, Daniel sat on the edge of his bed, perfectly still, and stared directly into the camera. Not at the camera, not past it, at me. I tried to brush it off. Cameras can play tricks on you, but every time I checked, he was there, unblinking, watching. 2 hours passed, midnight, 1, 2, he didn't move. My skin was crawling. Finally, I decided to check in. When I opened the door, he was still sitting upright, but his head slowly tilted toward me. His lips parted, and in the lowest, hoarse whisper he said, "You look different when you're not behind the glass." I froze. My badge, my scrubs. There was no way he could tell it was me behind the camera. Still, I tried to stay professional. I asked how he was feeling. He didn't answer. He just stared. His pupils were so dilated it was almost like his eyes were all black. After a pause, he whispered again, "You shouldn't be here tonight. They don't like you." The air in the room felt heavy. I asked who they were, but he only smiled, wide and unsettling, like he was enjoying a private joke. I wasn't in on. I backed out, finished my rounds, and told myself to shake it off. Patients say strange things all the time, but when I returned to the monitors, my stomach dropped. Daniel was gone. Not pacing, not lying down, just gone from the camera's view. My chest tightened as I scanned the feed, and then I saw him. He was standing at his door, his face pressed against the glass, staring right into the lens. That was unnerving enough, but every time I looked away from the screen, even for a second, when I looked back, his head was tilted at a slightly different angle, his smile a little wider. At one point, I went back for rounds. When I walked by, I swear I heard whispering, not in his voice, but multiple voices, overlapping, murmuring things I couldn't understand. And the moment I touched the handle of his door, the whispering stopped. Dead silence. When I peeked in, he was lying calmly on the bed, eyes closed, as if he'd been asleep the entire time. But here's what unsettled me most. At the end of my shift, when the